one man, Curtis Parker. The man you see in the picture is a power puncher. He also is a non-stop banger. He's small, he's compact, he is perpetual motion. He's out of Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, and this man is all offense.
I want to keep up the same pace through the whole fight, so I don't think it'd be any problem as far as me being in condition to go to 10 rounds.
In Las Vegas tonight, the former champion Muhammad Ali trying to gain the crown for the 4th time. Larry Holmes is there. He's already heard the verbal barrage from Ali. Don King, the promoter, and there's the champion Holmes. And the crowd, while they argued and did their free fight banter, publicity banter, was enjoyed by all. But the chant came out of the crowd spontaneously. Ali, Ali, Ali.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Caesars Palace Sports Pavilion, where tonight Don King Productions, in association with Caesars Palace, the site of the Holmes Ali Heavyweight Championship bout, presents Friday night boxing. This is the main event of the evening. 10 rounds of boxing in the middleweight division. Introducing, in the red corner, undefeated in his professional career, fighting out of Detroit, Michigan, weighing 160½ pounds, here is Dwight Davison. And in the blue corner, also undefeated in his professional career, fighting out of Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, weighing 160½ pounds, introducing Curtis Parker. 10 rounds of boxing.
Dwight Davison, Curtis Parker. It's a big moment for these young men. An impressive win could lead to a middleweight championship opportunity. And the referee is Mills Lane.
Tied it, I'm going to take a step back. If you score a knockdown, stay in that corner and I'll wave you back, okay? Shake hands, good luck to both of you.
Scheduled. Davison ranked 3rd. Davison much taller, almost a ½ foot taller. And Parker, like Joe Frazier, comes at you left and right. He'll take a punch to give one.
It's no surprise the way Parker came out first round. He came out very aggressive, trying to take control of Davison.
And he's certainly taken the fight to Davison, has beaten him to the punch. Davison a bit bewildered by that first bull-like charge. Davison in the green trunks from Detroit and has been boxing in the shadow of unbeaten Thomas Hearns and is built a lot like Hearns, who is relishing that tremendous victory over Pepino Cuevas last weekend. Right hand grazing the nose of Davison. Oh, good right hand by Davison.
You got to remember that Davison's got that one-punch power. One punch can put Curtis Parker away. Curtis Parker's got a hammer away.
And Parker, a la Frazier, wears you down, softens you up. Whereas Davison, a la Hearns, does have that right hand that can drop you.
Come on, punch you at him. Come on.
Notice the way Parker stays in close. This is the only way he can fight a guy of Davison's height. To stay close, stay in his chest. Basically, the way I fought was Duran fought me. He stayed close to me. He smothered my punches and really didn't let me get my punches off.
Midway through round 1, it's scheduled for 10. Judging the knockout records, Purdy, do you think it'll go 10 rounds?
Sometimes when 2 boxers get together, it goes to 10 when 2 punchers get together, but I don't think so tonight. Joe Frazier, I was going to say, like Curtis Parker is throwing bombs.
You saw Parker twice on NBC Sports World, defeating Mike Colbert in 12. David Love stopped him in 9. Less than a minute remaining in round 1.
Both fighters carry tremendous power in their right hand. And that right hand, from either fighter, you will see one of the guys get hurt from that particular punch. The right hand.
Oh, by the way, just to finish some business, so you saw the burn marks, the scars on Davison's hand in the interview with Purdy. That occurred while he was frying a steak, and the hot grease burned him. He's quite a cook, quite a talented gardener. Right now, he's gone from steak to celery juice. He says that really comes in as replaces the salt after a heavy workout.
He's an exceptional young man.
He's quiet, mild-mannered, as you saw, both intelligent, happy-going, nice young men. It's going to be tough for one of them to leave here tonight with a loss.
Well, now you're tired. Come on, come on. Come on, Parker. Keep him up a little bit. Come on.
And that's the end of round 1. Dick Enberg with Sugar Ray Leonard, Freddie Pacheco at ringside here in Las Vegas. Round 2. Curtis Parker in the red trunks, that swarming style, and the fans here at ringside, and hundreds of them are equipped with a computer device. They can score each round as they see it. They like Parker over Davison rather handily in round 1.
Well, so far the only surprise has been that Davison is so cool about everything. He doesn't seem to be worried. He thinks that Parker's going to play out, but he won't. He'll be there all 10 rounds like this. Look at the legs on Davison, Sugar.
He's a big middleweight, very big, very lean, and very powerful. This particular style he has. He's very composed. He takes his time, and I'm looking forward to the way Tommy Hearn stopped Papilo Cuevas. He extended his left jab and came across with that sharp right hand.
Freddie, I know you're involved in, from the NBC's point of view, and checking out the matches and hoping we get action fights. One thing is certain, when you hit Curtis Parker, you know you're going to get a bout because he makes you fight.
Every fight is action with Curtis Parker.
Ooh, bearing a good left hook to the body was Davison.
Davison's plan is to uppercut a lot because he's little, and he's worried about hurting his right hand on the top of Curtis Parker's head.
Yeah, there's not much to hit up there, is there, when he burrows in?
When he burrows in like that, he must bring the uppercut up. He's just doing it over and over again.
Good right hand by Davison to the body.
That's his plan.
Come on. Clean. Come on.
Parker in the red trunks, almost a half foot shorter than Davison, who's between 6'1" and 6'2". Well, you know the feeling Davison has. Roberto Duran, that swarming style, always coming in on you, Ray.
He's staying close, thin into the chest. It's very difficult for Davison to get his punches off. And I noticed neither fighter is press trying at all. That means they didn't warm up in the dressing room, which is another reason why they're not throwing too many punches now. They're not warmed up yet.
Come on.
Ray, are you surprised by the lack of an effective jab that Davison has? He doesn't seem to be putting any kind of steam on his jab.
He's not, Freddie. Davison does have a good jab, but he's not using it at all.
A lot of that has to do with the fact that Curtis Parker is very hard to hit coming in.
Oh, Davison complaining of a butt from Parker as he rubbed his forehead. And that's the end of round 2. Round 3. Dwight Davison, the tall boxer from Detroit in the green trunks. Curtis Parker, non-stop fighter from Philadelphia in the red. He's worked under Joe Frazier. That's his idol, and certainly you can't avoid the comparisons, even physically and facially, with Smokin' Joe. And he looks so much stronger, does he not, Freddie?
He does, but you have to remember that Davison is a wrestler. He has an awful lot of strength as a collegiate wrestler. And the body shapes are different. What do you think about that, Ray?
Well, I see that Davison's legs are so big, it looks like heavyweight legs. And Parker's legs are small, but then again, his upper body is tremendous. It's huge. Looks like a linebacker.
Well, he just performed like one and drove Davison out of bounds. Parker, the winner on a slight advantage in round 2 based on those voting at ringside. Good combination by Davison. That's our Luma lens peering in from outside. It takes you right in with the boxers and the third man in the ring. Mills Lane. Both men with unblemished records. Both men have been down only once in their professional career, both early. And they came back, obviously, to win that fight.
One thing the viewers at home should watch for, Dick, is the fact that when Davison's inside, he's in a clinch, he moves back straight up, which is a dangerous habit. He moves straight up, and he's very vulnerable for a left hook. And Parker does have a very powerful left hook.
And Parker down low and already a half foot shorter. Tough for Davison to find him.
And we talked about some of the great names of the 40s and 50s on Friday nights. Doing a little research. How about some of the others like Yama Bahama, and Ike Chestnut, Tiger Jones. Oh, he had a great group of fans. Davison with a good right hand, and he misses with a wild left hook. Parker right back with a left hook of his own. Ripping away at the body, Curtis Parker. Henry Hank out of the 50s, a Detroit product a la Davison. And Joey Giardello from Philadelphia, and Parker with a good right hand. Philadelphia's had a lot of fine middleweights through the years, but never a middleweight champion. Parker thinks he'll be the first. And that's round 3. Thanks, champ Larry Holmes, who will defend against Muhammad Ali here in this ring in a couple of months. And we'll be talking with Ali a bit later in this bout. Curtis Parker in the red trunks, constantly pursuing Dwight Davison. And the fans at ringside gave that last round to Davison. So it'd be 2-1 Parker based on the eyes of the spectators voting. Of course, they were voting by round. The Nevada State Athletic Commission uses a 10-point must system. Call it round even. It's 10 points for each fighter, a 10-9 for a slight win. Knockdown round might be a 10-8 or even a 10-7. Davison, that straight-up style, and quite in contrast to Parker, burrowing in and landing.
Parker's really using his head. Dwight's going to have some problems with that head.
Yeah, they came close to butting there. Davison trying to go underneath, and a good right hand by Davison, partially blocked, and another right by Davison. And a left. And suddenly it's Parker who's had to look defensively for a place to hide.
Both fighters are giving each other problems. Davison with his height, and even Parker with his height. Parker's in close, Davison straight up, and they both can't land a good clean blow like they want to.
Davison against the ropes halfway through round 3. Very bright young man. He's 25. He's attending Wayne State. He's a junior there in physical therapy, and he's delivering some good physical rights and lefts to Parker. Standing right there in front of Parker, isn't he?
With the height that Davison has, he can do that. He can afford to do just that. And he's using his reach to his advantage.
Oh, he certainly punches beautifully, right?
Curtis Parker's mother watching from ringside and watching her son take some solid lefts and rights from Davison. Obviously, Parker can take a punch.
Davison has ice water in his veins. I've never seen anybody fight with such little emotion. He's throwing bombs, and he just looks like he's got nothing in his face.
Right above our microphone, Davison backed into the corner. Both men scaled 160.5 for this one.
Come on, all right, one step back. Come on, hey, come on. Both of them now rush the head. Come on.
When Parker gets inside, his main thing he should be doing is throwing body blows. Every chance he gets, he should throw, constant throw punches.
And that's the end of the round. 5, Dwight Davison in the green trunks, Curtis Parker in the red. Parker the favorite, ranked 3rd in the world by Rings poll. And Davison accorded the round based on the spectators at ringside, and that would make it even in their eyes, 2 rounds apiece. Davison is ranked 7th in the world. Both would love a chance at champion Alan Minter.
What a job Mills Lane is doing as a referee. That's got to be very difficult the way these two guys are burrowing in, and Parker's putting his head in.
All right, come on, come on, come on. Quit grabbing, let's box, come on. One step back, both of you, come on.
Right hand and a crisp one thrown by Parker, and here comes Parker.
I said earlier that Davison had a habit of standing up after a clinch straight up, and he's so vulnerable for either left hook or right hand. And you see he was deliberate.
Ooh, good body punches by Davison, but he missed with a right to the head. Davison scoring, but missing with a wild right.
And Curtis in a little bit of trouble. Curtis is trying to hang on here.
Davison's physique is misleading. He is very strong. Look at the legs on him.
What a puncher.
Now what Davison should be doing now, because Parker's completely bewildered, is to keep him at bay, keep him off the jab, and then start throwing those shots under and over.
Parker taking a lot of punches here in round 5.
Punch away free, come on. Punch away under there, come on. Bang your way free, come on.
And Davison is not
All right, come
collecting
on.
the body.
Step back, both of you. Come on, you both tight. Come on, step back.
Mills Lane doing a good job. He's earned his wages tonight.
All right, break,
These two
step clean. Let's step back.
hammers apart.
Come on, let's step clean. Come on.
Less than a minute remaining in round 5 as we approach the halfway mark in this scheduled 10-rounder.
Curtis Parker not nearly so aggressive after those heavy body shots and uppercuts.
He just walked into another good left hook from Davison.
All right, one step back. Come on, come on, Parker. One step back. Come on. Come on, one step back.
Ooh, solid right hand underneath by Davison. And a countering right hand from Parker. Ooh, a good right again by Davison. Best round of the fight. Both men landing, and Davison with a final flurry. Friday Night Fights will be right back after these messages from your local station. Dwight Davison, he does not use the stool between rounds. He stands the entire 1 minute between rounds. Curtis Parker, the more orthodox, taking the breather on the stool. And they like Davison's work in round 5. He landed a lot of heavy blows to Parker.
The 5th round, you saw Davison begin to get more leverage now. His punches are a lot cleaner, sharper, and more crispier now.
Come on, I want you to put me on.
It's almost as if he got his timing, and now he had it together, and he's punching just where he wants to.
Well, he knows where to find Parker. He's usually straight in front of him and bearing in. And he's really hurt him with those blows inside, uppercuts to the body. That's created some respect from Parker.
Well, the kind of fighter that Parker is, I'm surprised that he's not doubling his punches up more inside, because this is the only way he's going to slow Davison down.
Again, as you pointed out, Ray, when he was backing away, again, Davison backing away with his chin up. That could be hazardous. So far, it hasn't hurt him.
It's a very bad habit for any fighter.
You can hear the power of the punches. Both men inside.
All right, wait, one step back. Come on, come on, one step. Come on. Punch away. Come on, you got 2 minutes, Frank. Come on.
Good left hand inside by Parker. That Frazier under and over style. Halfway through round 6.
Davison shouldn't be doing this. There's no reason for him to be mauling and pushing and pulling. He's going to get his head hit, and he's going to get cut this way, Ray.
You got 2 hands.
It's very easy to get cut there, because both guys have their heads tucked in, and it's very dangerous, very, very dangerous tackle. You know the way Davison backed off, head straight up again. It's a very bad habit.
Great right hand by Davison. Another great right uppercut.
That's been by far his best punch. The right hand underneath, ripping up inside.
That's the punch that Davison should continue to throw. The uppercuts, which will slow down Parker.
Ooh, you can hear the power of that blow to the rib cage thrown by Parker.
Parker's much busier this round than he's been the last 2, because Davidson's let him do this mauling, brawling kind of fight.
Both men unbeaten. Parker of Philadelphia, Davison of Detroit. Both feel that within the next 6 to 9 months they deserve a shot at the middleweight championship. No knockdowns thus far, and we've all but completed 6 rounds.
Hands are free. Come on, punch your way out of there. Come on.
Parker on the stool, and for the first time, Dwight Davison across the way has elected to sit out this 1 minute interval. He has been standing after the first 5 rounds. Luther Burgess in the corner of Davison. Here's replay. We go back 2 rounds to round 5.
This is the round that Davison landed that very clean and straight right hand.
There it is.
It's a beautiful shot.
Didn't seem to bother Parker, and both men ready as they answer the bell. Round 7. No knockdowns. Parker out like a bull again, pressing the fight to Davison. They like Parker's effort in the 6th round, so based on the ringsiders, it is an even bout, 3 rounds apiece. How do you see it, Ferdy?
I think Parker's a little ahead.
How about you, Ray?
I see as Davison's throwing more blow. I think Davison's ahead. So Parker did come back strong.
It's close with 4 rounds to go.
Oh, that's straight football.
Parker coming in low, but really low. He was around the knees and ankle of Davison.
Curtis Parker's oh so hard to hit.
Ooh, left hand underneath by Parker.
All right, come on, what's that back? Come on, break, come on, what's that back?
We can pretty much expect this kind of fight from Parker. Coming straight in, boring and throwing body shots. But one thing about Davison, he should give a little more angles. Step to the side, pivot. That way we keep Parker off balance.
Step over to the side, let the right hand fly, and you nail this guy, but he won't do it. He seems to be stuck on that one uppercut.
Davison gets a lot of leverage on that right hand. Midpoint. Round 7.
There's been no motion from Davison. He hasn't moved around yet.
But he's capable of moving. He knows how big his legs, big and powerful his legs look.
He seems to be content to fight Parker in his own trenches.
Just measuring him with that left hand and just trying to set him up for the right underneath. 1 minute remaining in round 7. No knockdowns. 2 knockout punchers. Dwight Davison in the green. Curtis Parker in the red. Both unbeaten. One ranked number 3, WBC Davison. Parker ranked 3rd in the WBA.
Come on, you got 2 hands free.
With their big knockout records, neither man accustomed to going the 10 rounds very often. The conditioning could be a factor in the final 3.
What homework they're doing to the body. They just are really devastating punches to the body.
Like hitting the bag. Davison. Ripping right hand by Parker. Final seconds of round 7.
Step back, please. Come on.
Freddie Pacheco, Dick Enberg in Las Vegas. Round 8. Unbeaten, Dwight Davison and Curtis Parker. And most of the ringsiders feel this bout is almost dead even in the last round given to Davison, which would give him a slight lead, 4 rounds to 3 in the eyes of those voting unofficially. And a reminder, after this round, Bertie will be chatting with Muhammad Ali. All right, we've heard those vicious body blows, and here comes Parker ripping a right hand to the side of Davison. You've had to be on the receiving end, not too often, of the hard body punch. How can you make us appreciate what these guys are going through tonight?
Well, those body shots, especially being delivered by both fighters, it's a strange feeling. It's really not that painful, but it stops your circulation off for a second. It's like going down underwater and coming up for that breath of air. It's a funny feeling.
Parker, the shorter man at 5'8". Davison 6'1" to 6'2", backed against the ropes. The style of the fight exactly as anticipated. Parker, the aggressor, constantly bearing in, ripping at the body. Davison, upright fighter, and has landed some vicious blows of himself with that right hand. It's going to be a tough fight to judge. Ooh, lefts and rights by Davison.
All right, where's that? Come on. Quick fight. Come on. Let's go.
Midpoint of round 8.
All right, let's go back. Come on.
Parker from Philly. Are some of the middleweights in the past. Giardello, George Benton, Stanley Hayward, Benny Briscoe out of Philadelphia, Gypsy Joe Harris, Bobby Watts, Eugene Hart. Some say that he may be the best of the lot. Got his hands full with Davison tonight. Davison fighting in quite a tradition himself. He's working out of the same famed gymnasium, the Brewster Gym in Detroit that spawned Joe Louis and Sugar Ray Robinson, Lester Felton. Davison scoring.
The way these guys are going,
a good right hand by Davison.
as I was saying, the way these guys are going, I consider both of these fighters great prospects. Beautiful right hand by
There's a cut now over the right eye of Curtis Parker. Parker, a slight bleeding over the right eye. First cut of the fight. There have been no knockdowns. Final minute of round 8.
Now you will see Davison become very, very aggressive now because he sees blood. And the first reaction for a fighter to see blood is to become very aggressive.
Tom Jones appearing at Caesars Palace, Harry Wall, the president of Caesars Palace, and probably the finest fighter ever to put on a pair of boxing gloves, the greatest fighter of all time, Muhammad Ali. What do you see, Ali, in this fight? How do you see it?
This other fight in the over here reminds me of Joe Frazier. Relentless coming. This guy reminds me of himself. I want to say hello, happy birthday to my daughter Hannah and Dustin Bingham. Hello to Veronica, and I'll call you later.
Okay, Ali, who do you pick a winner, Ali?
I pick the boxer. I think you'll appoint him.
Davidson. The young Muhammad Ali. Good luck to you, Ali.
Happy birthday, Hannah.
Happy birthday from all of us.
All right, Daddy hasn't forgotten.
And now back to Dick at ringside.
All right, Freddie, and Daddy hasn't forgotten those at home. Dwight Davison ready for round 9. Curtis Parker. Boy, these last 2 rounds are critical. Anyone's bout, it would appear. Davison with a little Ali move of his own there. The windmill warning.
Davison seems to be pretty confident, but what he should be doing is working on that cut for Parker.
Fans like Davison's work in round 8. Good right hand by Davison. Parker, they worked on that right eye. Looks like they've done a good job in his corner. Curtis Parker's mother at ringside. Davison scoring heavily. Parker says his idol in sports is Tony Dorsett, the great National Football League running back of the Cowboys. Well, his style is unlike Dorsett. He doesn't run at all. He's right up the middle.
Davison's moving now. He's giving that angle, like I said earlier. He's doing the right thing, working the body. And here he has Parker hurt.
He sees him.
Parker's completely confused, and I think he's a little dazed now.
I think he senses something here, Ray. His killer instinct is up. He's fighting a lot different.
Davison, an All-State wrestler in high school in Michigan and an outstanding swimmer. And he's showing that boxing, which came late in his athletic career, he's handling that well, too, as we're halfway through round 9. And it appears that Detroit has a couple of outstanding young boxers, fighters in Thomas Hearns and Dwight Davison.
Dwight Davison's looking for a title shot, a middleweight title shot, and he deserves it. Although a loss doesn't hurt either one of these fighters here tonight because they're certainly facing 2 great fighters in each other.
Parker's fighting on sheer determination and instinct. Whereas Davison, he knows for a fact he's in control, and what he should be doing now is staying off of Parker and start delivering that right hand again because it's very effective.
Parker's really weary.
First Detroit also proud of Elmer Kenty, the champion, lightweight champion. The city of champions back in the 30s, the Motor City of Detroit. Their boxing tradition lives here in 1980.
Emmanuel Stewart has done a tremendous job with the Detroit City Fighters.
Seems as though all the guys in Detroit are very tall. String beans.
Parker wild with a right hand. Oh, Davison connecting underneath again with a right. He gets an awful lot on that short right hand underneath, doesn't he?
It's very powerful, too. He's delivering it just right. He should do this throughout the fight.
And that tonight, 2 more unbeaten fighters to battle for the Super Bantamweight Championship. Champion Wilfredo Gomez, 29 victories, all by knockout, and 1 draw against Derek Holmes, 14 victories, 1 draw, and 10 of his wins by knockout. And Holmes was the last man to beat Gomez, though, that coming as an amateur.
Here's the kind of action we saw throughout the whole fight, with Parker going in and Davison trying to retaliate.
All right, we're ready for round 10. Dwight Davison, Curtis Parker. And at least from those at ringside, they feel that Parker's going to have to score a knockout to win it. But that is the unofficial view. Davison, a big winner in our poll at ringside in round 9.
I know it's a little blood in Parker's corner from his mouth. That's the effect of those uppercuts by Davison's. They are very short and very powerful.
You got 2 hands free.
That has been his big punch, the right hand underneath. And he scored almost at will the last 3 rounds with it.
And you can sense the desperation in Curtis Parker. They've sent him out to do or die here because he's got to win this round. He's got to win it big if he's got any kind of a chance at all.
He still has a chance, Freddie. Remember, Parker can end the fight with 1 punch. He's such a power puncher.
And remember, he can get nailed coming in that desperation and end it that way.
You take a chance to get a chance, I always say.
You get nothing for nothing.
Whoops, that's a slip. There you see the strength of Davison. He met Parker coming straight in and actually wrestled him to the canvas.
Well, there's that wrestling experience. Leverage, balance.
Davison has a very powerful set of legs for a 160-pounder. There you see them. He is well built downstairs.
What sheer guts Curtis Parker's got. You just have to take off your hat to a guy, that little guy that's that gutty as Curtis Parker. He's not giving an inch.
Well, the winner of this one is someone we'll be reading about in this next year, a definite frontliner in the middleweight battle for the championship. Parker scoring inside in the final round. Less than a minute remaining.
I think you'll see both these fighters fighting for the middleweight title within the next year and a half.
Davison's ahead on points, but I see here, he's fighting inside. That means he's trying for a knockout.
Ooh, he left himself open, and Parker just missed with that left right.
All right, let's get back. Come on, you got it. You got it. Come on, got it.
And it'll be interesting. The judges, they have to accord some respect to Parker as they score their each round for his aggressiveness. Now Davison trying to dance away and box. Weathering on round 10.
All right, come on, let's get, come on.
Seconds to go.
10 seconds to wait, 10 seconds. Finish strong.
And the final bell. Dwight Davison, Curtis Parker. One man apparently will leave with his first loss. We'll have the official decision in just a moment.
All right.
Fans at ringside thought Davison won. What'd you think at home? Well, right now, here's the official decision in Chuck Hall.
Ladies and gentlemen, here is the decision of the judges. Judge Harold Buck scores 97-93. Judge Hal Miller scores 97-94. And Judge Chuck Binker scores 97-93 in favor of the winner by unanimous decision and still undefeated, Dwight Davison.
It's an upset. Dwight Davison remains unbeaten, a unanimous winner over Curtis Parker of Philadelphia. It's been a big 7 days for the city of Detroit. Thomas Hearns and now Dwight Davison with the loser, Curtis Parker. Here's Ferdy Pacheco.
Too tough for you?
It was pretty tough, but I thought I was aggressive. I kept my strategy inside. I didn't give him the distance to punch at me, although I probably run around 2 rounds he won. But I thought I had it, inside, and I was aggressive. I thought I was head on points, but they took it.
You fought a very tough and a very valiant fight, and it's not the end of Curtis Parker. You're going right to the championship. Come back again. And here is the tough winner, Dwight Davison. We have a few moments to go. Dwight, how did you find this tough kid?
He was a lot tougher than I had anticipated. I thought I could keep him away on the jab, but I wasn't able to find him. I'd like to thank God for giving me the strength to go on. My trainers, Luther Fest and Mr. Collins, and all the people at Caesars Palace that made this possible. God bless all of y'all.
Thank you very much. It was a great fight, and you were a great fighter. And now back to Dick Enberg at ringside.
That's about as much of animation as you're going to get from Dwight Davison. A soft smile. He's the happy winner tonight here in Las Vegas, defeating formerly unbeaten Curtis Parker. For Ferdy and Ray, Dick Enberg, thank you for being with us. NBC.